everybody, welcome to my home here in snowy Ross, North Dakota. Today I'm going to do a little video showing you how to do some pencil beads, and the goal of this assignment is for you to practice the hand-eye coordination that is needed to make good beads. So I will go ahead and get started, and I'll talk a little bit more while I am making the beads to show you. So I'm gonna set my phone here on my pretend document camera. It's really just a flashlight. Okay, and I'm gonna use this piece of yellow paper to kind of get started here. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what to do and what not to do. So when you're making your beads, you wanna make them fairly short. A couple fingers wide is enough. Maybe 2 fingers, maybe 3. One thing you want to do is you want to stack your pencil lines so that they're like beside each other. So if you're going like this, now remember, I can't talk and write at the same time anymore. So remember that consistency is the biggest factor, but the actual size and the speed that you're going is also a factor. So if you look at these two together, this is going to be, there's going to be a lot more material laid down in a smaller amount of space here. Just like there's more lead here, there would end up being more of the welding rod here than this one because these are wider and longer. And you can go back and forth too. You can do the kind of S shape. That when I pick up a welder, this is how I automatically do it. But I do like this better, so I think you should probably practice this way. Some things not to do is to have inconsistent loops. And that means any kind of inconsistency. So closer together, wider apart, taller, thicker, fatter, shorter, any of that. That's going to give you a bead that not only looks messy, but is also just doesn't hold as well. So one thing that I found out is if you use some grid paper like this, that actually makes kind of nice beads. The one thing is I got overly obsessed with, did I have the same number of beads in here as here? And was I going over the line there? I almost got overly obsessed with using this paper. So I decided to try just a piece of lined white paper to help me keep my distances. And that worked pretty well. And if you think about the size of beads that you were supposed to make, this is probably closer to what you want than this. This is going to be a narrow bead. And notice how your loops are basically touching. They're not overlapping each other exactly. They're touching right here. They're touching, touching, touching. They're not overlapping like this. See that? That's going to lay down too much metal. Now, here's what you're really supposed to do. This is great for practice. But what you're really supposed to end up with is beads on a plain white sheet of paper. And this is when you can tell if you're really doing well or not. And as you can see, I'm drifting upwards that way just a little bit. What I'd like to see you do is a page where if you were to do a bead in, let's see if I can move that this way a little bit. If you were to do a page every other line and at least 2, preferably 3 rows, that's going to show me that you have done plenty of practice. So let's bring that back down again so you can see it there. So I would want to see at least probably 20 or 30 beads that are 2 inches long or so, 2 to 3 fingers long. And that's going to be your assignment for your first welding practice. I hope you're all doing well. Stay home, stay safe, and wash your hands. I miss you. Bye.